County meeting to order. What's today?
The 19th?
It's June 19th, 2025, 4:30. Please stand for the please stand for the invocation and pledge the flag.
Dear Lord, we ask your blessings today as we undertake the business of the city of Leesburg. We pray that the decisions we make will be pleasing in your sight. Pray this in thy most holy name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Oh, man.
It's a little warm, isn't it?
You having a hot flash?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Nathan? Fix that.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody's had an opportunity to review the minutes. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much. Do you want to go ahead and swear everybody in? If you're going to speak tonight, you need to be sworn in, so please stand and be sworn in.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Thank you. And before we, well, I'll say it after when I introduce it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to welcome everyone to the June 19, 2025 City of Leesburg Planning Commission meeting. My name is Dan Miller, Planning and Zoning Director for the City of Leesburg. Staff present today includes the Executive Assistant Sabrina Mitchell, Deputy Director Candy Harper, Senior Planner Diane Yeckel, and Planner Melissa Meders de los Santos, as well as City Attorney Jennifer Koch. Today's agenda and speakers registry is available on the table by the exit door. If you wish to speak on a case, we ask that you please sign the speakers registry, which is on the table by the entry door, and then turn it into Sabrina, seated here to my left. Under the rules of participation, the meeting is conducted under the following process. The chairman will announce the case, and then staff will read a list of exhibits shown on the screens for the record. Staff will then provide a case background and some descriptive information, and then read a recommendation into the record. The applicant will have an opportunity to speak on the case. The public will have time for public comment. The applicant will then have an opportunity for rebuttal. The chairman will close the case to the public, and the commission will discuss the case, and then at that point the commission will take a vote on the case and move on to the next item on the agenda. Planning Commission is a citizen board appointed by the city, a citizen commission appointed by the city commission, and is charged with making final decisions on cases such as variances and conditional uses and recommendations for issues which will be heard by the city commission. The city staff provides recommendations based solely on the city's comprehensive plan, land development regulations, and under state statute. Today there are 3 cases on the agenda. All the cases on the agenda today are recommendations by the Planning Commission, and those will be forwarded to the City Commission for their consideration. The tentative dates for the City Commission agenda, agendas are listed on your Planning Commission agenda, so please take note of those. Those dates are subject to be changed, so please check with City P&Z staff regarding the final hearing dates so we can lock those in for you. And finally, on behalf of the City of Leesburg planning staff and the Leesburg Planning Commission, we thank you for your participation in today's public hearing process. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. The first 2 cases are related and the information overlaps. So what I'll do is introduce both cases at the same time. We'll cover all the information at the same time, but we'll vote on them separately. New business number 1, public hearing case number LSCP 25568, Kalos Large-Scale Comprehensive Plan Amendment. And number 2 is public hearing case number PUD 25569, Kalos Plan Unit Development.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. By way of background, this project includes an annexation, a large-scale comp plan, and a rezoning. This is on a site consisting of 90.28 plus or minus undeveloped acres. The property is generally located on the west side of US Highway 27 and south of the Florida Turnpike. The request is for future development of a warehouse, office, educational, and some residential uses. The proposal is sought by Kalos Services, which is a Lake County company that provides services in the AC, heating, and plumbing industry. The intent here is to create a new headquarters for the business, which currently employs, I believe it's 300 people, plus or minus. If approved, we anticipate a minimum of 50 new jobs in the city on this particular project.
Cool.
Overall, again, the total land area is 90.28 plus or minus acres. The request on the comprehensive plan is for the project is to change the future land use from Lake County Regional Office to City of Leesburg General Commercial, and the zoning on the project will go from Lake County Agriculture to City of Leesburg PUD. Senior Planner Diane Yeckel will make the presentation on the maps and photo exhibits, which include the aerial zoning, future and surrounding land use, wetlands, flood zone maps, and CRA maps.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. So for the first slide, we have the extended aerial showing that this subject property is west of US Highway 27 and south of the Florida Turnpike. Next is a closer aerial showing once again that the subject property is west of US Highway 27 and south of Florida Turnpike. And the next one is actually City of Leesburg zoning map. And to the east, we have PUD, Planned Unit Development, as well as SPUD, Small Planned Unit Development to the southeast.
$20 fine.
Lake County zoning. Lake County zoning, it is currently zoned Lake County A Agriculture, which is also to the northeast and west, and we have Lake County PUD to the northwest and south, and Lake County C2 Community Commercial District to the east. And the proposed zoning is City PUD, Planned Unit Development. For the future land use, there is City General Commercial to the east. And Lake County future land use, it is currently Lake County Regional Office, which is also to the north and east, and Lake County Urban Low Density to the east, as well as the west and south, and Lake County Rural is also to the west. The proposed future land use is City General Commercial. The flood zone shows a significant amount of the property having flood zones on it, as well as wetlands on the subject property. The closest CRA is 27,441 to the north of the subject property. And the subject property is right next to Commission District number 3. We see the city boundary, which the subject property abuts. And nearby developments are the Leiden-Nicholson, Barkey Groves, and Blue Cedar. And the first photo shows that we did post a sign, and this is a close-up of the sign from US 27 on the subject property. And the next one is looking north along US Highway 27 from the subject property. And the next photo is looking east across US Highway 27 from the subject property. And then looking south along US Highway 27 from the subject property. And then this is looking west into the subject property from US Highway 27. And that is all I have, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Ms. Yeckel. Moving on to the departmental review summary. Project was sent out to all city departments plus Lake County Government and School Board. There were no substantive comments from the city departments, and the project is outside the city of Leesburg electric area. The school board had no comments on this one. Lake County Public Works had no comments on this one. The public responses per Florida statute and city of Leesburg code requirements, the project was legally advertised and posted, and letters were sent out to the surrounding property owners within 200 feet. The city received no public comments. Under the PUD requirements for this project, that was 15,000 square foot training center, 2 feet high. And if we could go to the site plan, Melissa, on this one?
2 feet high.
2 floors high, I'm sorry, did I say feet?
I'm like, man, I'm confused. I thought it was me.
Short people.
So we have 15,000 square foot training center, which would be 2 floors high, then plus a 16,000 square foot office building, along with 2 buildings with apartments. It'd be a total of just 32 apartments in these buildings, along with these buildings. Overall, the permitted uses now, as you're aware, we normally put in extra uses on sites other than what is intended, so they don't have to come back years from now.
Right.
Overall, the permitted uses include warehouse, office, educational uses, which is what they intend to use for. Then we added medical and veterinary, vehicle services, sports academy, and houses of worship. We could add, if we did not, we could add a daycare. I think that would be a potential use for people that work there.
What about assembly if they do something besides education in the training building?
In terms of assembly,
I'm not sure what you would call it.
well,
For like a,
Hold down or something.
Manufacturing? Oh, no, you're talking about.
no, I'm talking like community building.
Oh,
well, the assembly would, if you have, for example, a house of worship, that's going to be considered an assembly. Anything where a number of people can gather. So assembly is going to depend on how the buildings are constructed. In terms, we could add community building or something like that if you would like.
Yeah, I just want to make sure if they decide to do something outside of their own, you know, if they allow the Boys and Girls Club to have their auction there or something, you know.
Oh, sure. You guys have any issue with that? It broadens it and makes it more marketable in the future.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? Getting extra stuff.
Would that include like entertainment? Like
Yeah, same, that too.
It could,
Okay,
yes, sir.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would come under
Did
assembly.
someone say movie theater?
Under design and architectural standards, let me back up. Under development standards, that would simply come under the C3 zoning district to make it simple. Under design and architectural standards, the city does have section 25-360 in the Code of Ordinances, which goes over the architectural standards, and what they have submitted meets that. We can say that for certainty. The standard dark sky lighting applies. The landscape plans will be fine because there is significant buffering by nature on the site. As you saw, as Diane was showing, there's a lot of wetlands and a lot of flood area on this property, but there is the high ground, and that's where they've, as their engineer, Mr. Unruh, has placed the buildings to work with that. This is a very difficult property, so I will tell you the staff was very happy to see this use come.
Yeah, I saw they had to put a bridge across to get to it.
It seems like you just about have to, yes, sir. And of course, you have the standard Bahia or Bermuda grass to stay away from the St. Augustine, which uses a lot of water. In our discussions with the applicant, they did make one additional request. We had capped the height at 35 feet, and they were asking for 42 to fit within their architectural standards, and staff did not have an issue with that, based on the facades that were presented. Of course, all the development will have to be on city water and wastewater, so there's no well or septics on the property. And finally, we'll have the standard phasing or expiration clause, which gives 4 years for the automatic reversion to RE1 zoning requirements, which it wouldn't rezone the property, it would just make those requirements, which would be 1 unit per acre. And then, under the 2 recommendations.
Can I ask you a question on
Yes,
that?
sir.
If they don't develop it all at one time, once they develop one thing, they're covered, right? Okay.
Yes, sir, that's correct. Once a substantial commencement, as has been defined by the city and city attorneys for years, has been a significant amount of work and movement and expenditure, turning dirt, getting permits, things like that. So, and we have full confidence that that's their intent. Under the recommendations for the Kalos project, large-scale comp plan to Leesburg General Commercial, case number LSCP 25-568, Planning and Zoning Department is recommending approval of the request for the following reasons. One, the project meets the requirements of Chapter 163.3184 Florida statutes for large-scale comprehensive plan amendments. Number two, the proposed large-scale comp plan amendment is compatible with the adjacent future land use designations of Lake County Rural, Regional Office, Urban Low Density, and City General Commercial. Three, the proposed zoning classification of PUD is compatible as conditioned with the current surrounding zoning districts, including Lake County Agriculture, Plan Unit Development, Community Commercial, and with City SPUD Small Plan Unit Development. Four, the proposed future land use designation for the site is consistent with the city's Growth Management Plan, Future Land Use Element, Goal 1, Objective 1.6. And the action requested is vote to approve staff's recommendation to change the future land use of the subject property from Lake County Rural Transition and Rural to City of Leesburg as state residential and forward this recommendation to the City Commission for their consideration. Under the recommendation for the PUD rezoning for the Kalos project, rezoning to PUD under case number PUD 25-569, the Planning and Zoning Department is recommending approval of this request for the following reasons. One, the proposed zoning classification of PUD is compatible as conditioned with the surrounding zoning districts of Lake County Agriculture Plan Unit Development, Community Commercial, and City Small Planned Unit Development. Two, the proposed large-scale comp plan amendment is compatible with the adjacent future land use designations of Lake County Rural, Regional Office, Urban Low Density, and with City General Commercial. Three, the proposed request as conditioned does not appear to create a detriment to surrounding properties based on the conditions, location, and proximity to future and compatible development. And the action requested is vote to approve staff's recommendation to rezone the subject property from Lake County A Agriculture to City of Leesburg PUD and forward to the City Commission for their consideration. Mr. Chairman, staff is recommending approval for both of these cases, and Mr. Darcy Unroe of Unroe Engineering is here to represent the case and answer any questions that you may have, sir.
Okay. Is there any questions of staff before we go to the applicant? Okay. Please
Hello.
state your name and your address, please.
Darcy Unroe with Unroe Engineering at 2750 Taylor Avenue, Orlando, Florida. As usual, Dan and his staff done a great job of presenting this case and has helped us through the process. We're really excited to get this project going. If you can see the site plan, we've tried to really not overly develop this property. It's going to be presented almost sort of like a campus feeling with their headquarters, their business, but also a training center and some future ability to have a place for people who work there to also live on site, lots of open space, much more than is required by the code. And, you know, we're really excited. I have the owners here as well. We're really just right here to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions of the applicant?
Now, with the apartment, are you targeting a certain crowd to?
The primary use of the apartments would be for people who work in the business to live on site and be able to come into work. Doesn't mean
your
that.
business?
I'm sorry,
For-
their business, yeah, the Kalos Services. As you said, they currently employ like 300 people. We're going to have more people working there in the future, and it's just an easier way if there's an opportunity on site to do that. So that's really the idea.
That's good.
Cool. Any other questions?
I was gonna Google it, but, what kind of industry is Kalos?
They're a mechanical, electrical, plumbing contractor. Yeah, and
Cool.
if any questions about that, they're certainly here to answer. But if not, yeah, we're good.
So you guys can have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and then 3 bedroom?
I don't know that we've decided yet what the mix on that stuff is. Kind of depends on who's interested
Depends on
in
the
renting it
employees, yeah.
and using the space, you know. But we kind of limited it to about 32 units, so
Yeah.
there's lots of space for it.
Cool.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Is there anybody to speak for or against it in the crowd? All right. Well, we'll close to the public and render a decision.
Mr. Chairman, if there is a motion to, if I may, sir, if there is a motion to approve, could it add the daycare community building in 42-foot height, please? Could
That's
that
what
be-
I was going to say.
Oh, thank you, sir.
What he said.
Were you gonna add assembly as well, or you said?
The
Yes, sir,
community building
The
covers it.
community building would cover the assembly,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Oh, okay, I missed that, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Any discussion?
no, sir.
Well, I'd like to commend the owners and the engineer. That's just a really nice layout. Well done and located in the right place for Lake County and Sumter County. It looks really good and very unique company in order to have training on site and
Yeah, that's
manage
cool.
the entire business and then have some housing if needed. So very nicely done.
Does that mean you're going to make the motion?
I would like to make a motion to approve
I move things.
LSCP 25-568. Do I need to do them together or together separately?
No, just one at a time.
Separate.
Okay, I make that motion to approve that.
Okay, is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Is there any discussion?
That was with the amendments.
With the
additions.
additional
We'll need that
comments.
for the next vote.
Yeah, that's-
So
Okay.
you're fine
that's
the way it is
PUD.
now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Commissioner Sennett,
Yes.
Commissioner Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Kaplan,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanders,
Yes.
Commissioner Simeoni,
Yes.
Commissioner Bowersox.
Happily, yes.
Okay, public hearing case number PUD 25-569, Kalos Plan Unit Development. Do we have a motion?
This will have to include the extra language,
Yes.
if
Okay.
you would like.
Okay, if I can remember the extra language yet, if I miss it. But I'd like to make a motion to approve the PUD 25-569, including provisions for daycare, community building, and the additional height of 42 feet total in height for the buildings.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Kaplan,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Sanders,
Yes.
Commissioner Simeoni,
Yes.
Commissioner Bowersox,
Yes.
Commissioner Sennett.
Yes.
And
Welcome.
Mr. Chairman, this was scheduled to go to the July
Oh, thank you.
14 City Commission for first reading and August 25 for second.
Cool. Welcome to Leesburg.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, it's
We're
a cool plan.
Yeah, I think it's great.
things we love to see come here.
Y'all have a wonderful night.
You got it.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.
Do we need to vote on postponing that, I guess? Number three?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I was thinking we've
Mr.
done that in the
Chairman,
past.
What happened was this afternoon, or this morning, rather, we found a flaw in the advertisement. So it's on staff, and we're going to re-advertise and start, and bring it back to next month if we may, please.
Okey dokey. On public hearing case number PUD 25-568, Vista Avenue PDO Plan Development Overlay. Do we have a motion to postpone to the 31st?
So moved, Mr.
of July?
Chairman.
Second.
Any discussion? Do we need a roll call for that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much. Any other business to be brought forward?
Chairman
See,
and staff, can we just have meetings like this every time we meet? Please?
It's market driven.
yes, literally. Cool. Thank you, everybody, and
One last item, Mr. Chairman.
no, too late. We almost made it out of here.
Almost. For this year, Mr. O'Kelly, Mr. Kaplan, and Ms. Carter Their terms, their 3-year terms are expiring, so we have left, and Z, you got yours yesterday?
It's already turned in. It's done.
Okay, and so we left an application on your desk, and we would ask you to seriously consider. Staff is very appreciative of this commission. I've tried to make that, hopefully made that clear in the past, but we appreciate who you are and what you do and how tough the decisions are that you have to make. And we love to keep you around. It's your decision.
That's not what you told me after the meeting.
We're all in it for the money.
Do you get a signing bonus?
After 3 months. And so all we can do is collect the applications. The city commission makes the decision. If you choose to reapply, which of course you know how we feel, that you would need to attend the meeting when it's being held, which will be
Usually
in
October.
September.
Oh,
Yeah, because the terms expire at the end of September, so it'll be one of the September meetings, but we'll let you know about that. So you would need to attend the city commission meeting. They'll ask you to say hello and just speak of 1 minute, why you want to be on.
Do a breathalyzer on you or something.
That's it, yes,
Do
sir.
a breathalyzer.
And that's all I
Catch
have.
up
Thank you,
fire.
Mr. Chairman.
thank you. Anything else?
I have a small announcement for the good of the community.
There you go.
My fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi and Fraternity Incorporated, we have partnered with Farm Share, and we will be having a food distribution this Saturday. And the food, we're giving it away. I think we're gonna have a couple of 18-wheelers out there. And so all you have to do is just drive through and you will be given food.
Nice.
We have meat, fruits, vegetables, the whole 9 yards, milk,
Wonderful.
juice. So if you know any families, anything that may be in need of food at this moment, because time can be a little challenging right now, and just send them behind the resource center. You know what the resource building is? Just drive back through there and we'll put it in your car and just keep on moving.
On
It's on the Red Road.
the red road.
468.
On the red road, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It'll be behind the community,
Yeah, right.
resource center? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And are you looking for donations at this point for food, or are you talking about the,
Well, they have the food.
No.
you've
we-
already got the food?
We already have the food.
Okay.
We already have the food.
He's just announcing that it's available.
I got you.
Yeah.
Out by the Bluebird Inn, you know where that was.
Down there
Well,
by-
I know where the
Yeah.
the resource center is.
Yes. Just drive through the back and we'll put it in the car and keep it going.
I
Cool.
want to take that and give it to the
Thank you.
church.
That's great.
Yes.
All right, that's it.